It's the ultimate financial finish line. You check your 401k and the balance finally hits seven figures, $1 million. You feel secure. But there's a catch to that balance. You have a silent partner who owns a massive, non-negotiable stake in that account, and they are eventually going to collect. That partner is the IRS. Because most of those savings are tax-deferred, you didn't actually save $1 million. You saved roughly $700,000, alongside a $300,000 debt to the government. Then comes the reality of spending it. For decades, the rule of thumb was to withdraw 4% a year from your savings. Today, because of higher inflation and market volatility, financial researchers have lowered that safe withdrawal rate to around 2.8%. Run the math on your capital. After taxes, withdrawing safely from that $1 million pile might only generate $30,000 of livable income a year. Think of climbing Mount Everest. The gear and strategy required to reach the summit are different from what you need to survive the trip down. In fact, most fatal accidents happen on the descent. Your working years are the ascent. You save consistently, you take calculated market risks, and you build a pile of assets. The descent begins the day your paycheck stops. Now you face a vulnerable 30-year window where you have to distribute those assets safely, without running out of resources. The standard financial industry approach gets you to the summit. Most advisors equip you for the day you retire, leaving you exposed for the decades that follow. Having a large investment account is an entirely different concept from having a reliable income. You can't eat net worth. To see how exposed a standard 60-40 retirement portfolio really is, we need to run a stress test against real-world volatility. Specifically, we need to test for sequence of returns risk. This is a mathematical hazard where the exact timing of a market drop destroys a portfolio, regardless of how good the long-term averages look. This chart shows a 20-year retirement period, averaging a 7% return. Because the market happens to be up in the early years, the retiree takes their regular withdrawals and still ends up with a healthy account balance. Now look at the exact same 7% average return over 20 years. But this time, the market drops sharply in year one. Taking fixed withdrawals while the portfolio is down accelerates the losses. The account abruptly hits zero. When the market dips at the wrong moment, you are forced to sell off shares at a loss just to buy groceries. This accelerates the collapse of your entire life savings. Relying on market averages to fund your daily life during retirement is mathematically equivalent to gambling with your survival. We have to separate the concept of net worth from functional income. Think of a farmer. A farmer might own 1,000 acres of prime agricultural land. His net worth is massive. But if a drought hits and the crops fail, that farmer will still starve. The math of retirement comes down to calculating your income gap. You take your total monthly living expenses and subtract your guaranteed contractual income sources. What is left over is the gap. True guaranteed income comes from historical systems designed specifically to ensure baseline survival, like Social Security, pensions, and contractual annuities. If you are relying on the unpredictable stock market to fill that vital income gap, your retirement plan is structurally broken. To safely span the chasm between your working career and the legacy you leave behind, you need architectural engineering. This is the continuity bridge. The core mechanic of the bridge is income layering. It is a mathematical framework designed to protect you against the specific financial earthquakes we just tested. This diagram shows the layered structure. Layer 1 is the floor, guaranteed income covering essential survival needs. Layer 2 is the ceiling, indexed assets protecting purchasing power from inflation without market downside. Layer 3 is the sky, variable income for lifestyle upgrades and legacy. Because the floor guarantees your essential survival, a severe market crash only affects the sky. Your actual daily lifestyle remains completely untouched. You have a choice. You can live with the chronic anxiety of managing a vulnerable pile of money, or you can experience the freedom of living on an engineered, contractual lifestyle. The harsh reality is that your current financial plan has likely never been mathematically stress-tested against these specific, inevitable variables. You need to find the invisible cracks in your financial architecture right now, before a real-world earthquake hits your portfolio. Book a continuity bridge stress test with Lifeline Legacy Financial Group and permanently secure your financial descent.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the video that we just provided. And I want to take a minute just to ask you to please register to one of our educational seminar. We name it our retirement spring that will be coming to a city near you here in North Texas, starting in April 2026. So be on the lookout. We are inviting you to come and, you know, we will talk together about the challenges of retirement in 2026. Thank you again so much. My name is Blaise Tammo, and I will see you on the next one.